Howdy folks, Andy Gamer Muzzer here, and we're on Gran Turismo Sport. This is a quick look and a quick review from me of Gran Turismo Sport. Now, I'm a massive Gran Turismo fan. I've played all guises of Gran Turismo throughout the series, from the first right up to this one, and I absolutely love Gran Turismo. It generally has everything: loads of tracks, loads of cars. Content is massive, and the racing is always spectacular. If there's one place it's always been let down on, it's been the sound. However, GT Sport is very, very different. So I had a love-hate relationship with GT Sport. I've decided that I wanted to do this review when I first got the game, but I decided to give it a chance because I initially, like I say, I had this love-hate relationship, and what I loved about it was the graphics, the sound, how it played. It played amazingly well, and it was very addictive. However, I found it shallow. I found it very lacking in content. The campaign mode was dire. The driving school is just short sections of track that you got to do a certain task in. And so you have things like, launching your car from a standstill, speed control in corners, things like that. You have then a lap circuit, time attack. You have to beat the time, and I found these to be quite tedious, to be honest with you. Pretty straightforward enough, not very challenging, but I can imagine them being useful for somebody who doesn't really play a lot of driving games, etc. But I love the driving game genre, so didn't really help me out, and I found it quite tedious, but I did them anyway. In the mission challenge, this was once again a similar sort of thing. You do certain tasks to get a gold, silver or bronze medal. Some of the tasks might be doing a lap against another car. Some of the tasks might be a race with plenty of other cars. Or you've got this one, which I couldn't stand, I couldn't stomach: knock over the cones. Reason I didn't like it? Well, let's have a look at it. Knock over the cones. Bear in mind, Gran Turismo calls itself the real driving simulator. Well, I'm sorry, but how many times do you see professional drivers knocking over cones? You don't, unless they've made an error. But this was the sort of event in Forza that stopped me playing Forza, because I realised then how unreal Forza was. Prime example, I mean, look how much they slow the car down. Hitting bollards. I'm hitting bollards and they're slowing the car down. Come on. I just find that really, really poor. Thankfully, that is the only one of its type. I can't stand that event. And like I say, it was events like that in Forza, such as the car temping bowling, that stopped me playing Forza. And I haven't played Forza since Forza 4, because that's just gimmicks. They're just gimmicks, and they have no place in a game that labels itself as a real driving simulator, in my opinion. Anyway, let's get back to it. Content, as I was saying, it's the missions, the driving school, and the circuit experience are all very similar. You have sections where you have to do a section of track in a certain time to be awarded a certain medal. And there is some races, but the racing, there's a prime example, get a top speed. That's once again on a section of track. And I just think it's shallow. The campaign is very, very shallow. And I feel like they've added it just to make up something. The circuit experience is once again, let's have a look. So circuit experience here we have short track. There we go. We're dealing with a section of track there. It may as well be a whole lap. And here's the other section that we don't do within the first sector. And there's a full lap. If we look on here, we have there's sector 1 that we've got to do within a certain time, 11 seconds, 11.2 seconds to get the gold. Same with that, 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 and then a one lap attack. Now I just find that these are all too similar to what you've done in the driving school and the missions. I think they're pointless. The Nürburgring, it's all sectors. There's not a single lap to be done. All sectors. And I just find this very, very lacking. That being said, I can't put the game down. I cannot put the game down. Arcade mode, custom race, you can do a lot in custom race. So I can pick a track somewhere like this. I'll pick a track here, go daytime, and pick what car I want. Let's pick, I'll just go with that, just as an example, show you what you can and can't do. No, I don't want to start the race because I want to change things. So race type, laps, endurance. Now endurance, you pick your time limit. And you can go up to 24 hours, from 10 minutes up to 24 hours. Now, if I go to laps, I can go from 2 laps all the way up to 200 laps. So, you know, there's plenty of scope. Up to 20 cars, 2 to 20 cars, rolling start, or grid start, starting grid, 11 to 20, 1 to 20 cars. So, there's a lot you can do. There's a lot you can change. Fuel depletion, tyre wear, mechanical damage, etc. What your opponent difficulty is, intermediate, beginner, professional. There's a lot of scope here for a lot of fun. And so as you can see, its current difficulty, there you go, it's now gone up. If I port, oh, wrong one. No, I don't want that on. Yeah, tyre wear. I don't know whether this will make it more difficult. No. Fuel depletion. Yeah. No, they're not making it difficult. But, you know, there's a lot to do. Oh, there's a lot to do in it to give it a more of a challenge. So there's plenty to do. That makes it harder going with GR1s. Plenty to do in that in arcade. Unfortunately, not a massive amount of tracks to choose from. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 38 tracks to choose from in the arcade, and that's really the same sort of thing in game. 2-player split screen. You want to do that. Drift trials. I hate drift racing. Time trials, single race, and a VR tour. I don't have a VR, so I haven't tried that yet. However, my son's got one, so I will borrow his and give it a go. And then in sport, we have your race entry, live reports, and they give you things. These are all from last year. There's been nothing from this year currently. So I don't know what's happening with them, whether they'll be coming up late, at a later date, the live reports. I don't know if they're live reports of actual races. I don't know. Sport once again, race entry. Yes, I know I'm in sport mode. So I can make race. I can go into these and do any of them. I've already done a couple of these races. I've done the 1 minute race, which I came first in, qualified third, came first. I've done the GR4 race, which I was in an underpowered car, and the car ended up getting a boost to bring it up to power, and I qualified 6th and came 3rd. I haven't looked into these yet, but that's the only 2 online races I've had, just mainly because of time. But we will look into them. There's plenty of things. Scapes is quite interesting. It's where you can pick. It's just once again a gimmick. I can pick a area. These have to be downloaded, so I can pick there as a prime example. I can then place a car, so I can select a car, something like, let's go with that Porsche there. And I can position the Porsche. So somewhere like that. I position the Porsche. I can, oh, wrong one. Change the steering wheel angle. As you can see. And do things like put the headlights on. Can't see much from there, but the headlights are on. And I can just take the photo. Now it's just a gimmick, but they do look pretty. I'll show you a couple I've done. I'll go to my library. So there's one I've done of Tower Bridge. Made the background black and white and the cars full colour. That one. And that one. My favourite up to now. So they're things, just gimmicks you can do. Race photos, this is the only one I've took. You take them during the replay. Replay, I've got one replay. I won't bother playing you it. Decals. Use your decals. Now you have to go to GranTurismo.com to upload your decals. Unfortunately, that's currently not working at the minute. When that will be working, I don't know. Well, I haven't been able to get it to work. Car liveries. Helmet livery. Suit livery. Videos. Open a movie, end a movie. And music, if you want to listen to the music. What else is there? Yeah, if I go into here, my menu, this will show you things like how many miles I've done in the daily workouts, total miles, what I've done in the total campaign, how many cars I've bought. I haven't bought any, I haven't felt the need to. Various things, life log, what's going on, what I've been doing. I believe this tells you what friends have been doing as well at some point. The achievements, these are let you know what I've already achieved. A full circle means you've got the achievement, and there is what I've worked up to. So So I've done 34 hours on this game up to now. I've driven 1,515 miles, and obviously to get the level 3 achievement, I have to do 24,000 miles. So I'm fair way off that. What else? Wrong one. The lobby, that's for making your own online games with friends, etc. Bizarre thing, what I didn't like about the lobby when I had played one game with a friend, and what I hate about the lobby is I couldn't invite him. He had to basically find my game. I couldn't invite him to the game, which I found was strange. Brand Central, this is where you buy your cars. So we'll go to Europe and the UK, and we'll go to Aston Martin as an example, and the showroom, and here's the cars. Well, a car, V8 Vantage S from 2015. Change the colours on the fly. We can then go to dynamic scenes, which is what this is, or we go to studio scenes, which is this. This just tells you about the car. So that's the thing, that's with the brand central. So that's what you do with that. Mileage exchange, that is where you get mileage points. And you see up there, that's my mileage points, and I can buy things through the mileage exchange if I wish to. Plenty there at the minute. More and more as I progress, no doubt. So my love-hate relationship has changed slightly. Well, massively, in fact. It has now gone from not a love-hate relationship, it is now a love-irritated relationship. Irritated at the lack of content, but love what's there. Still a great game. Is it worth the asking price? Probably not, if I'm being totally honest. I'd have preferred to pay a lot less for this game with the content that's in it, especially when you consider the content in Forza 7. However, I've kept on plugging away because I expect that the further I went, the more it would offer, and it sort of did. I got into some later stages in the missions. I got into some longer races, 15-minute races, 30-minute races, 4-lap races of the full 24-hour Nürburgring track. So I was still a little underwhelmed by the content and what the campaign actually offers. I can't stop saying the word shallow enough as far as the campaign goes. But online is where it's at, I suppose. So let's do an online race. So let's stick a lap in, or a few laps. A couple of laps I'll probably get in this time that's left. Just over 4 minutes. It's probably going to be, well, I don't even know what the track is. By the time I get on, I'll probably get 1 lap done. Maybe you get this. Maybe you get 2 in. Right, okay. Let's just go. I'll change them on the fly. You mean to do that? I think I'm only going to get 1 lap in. That's not going to help me cause. That definitely didn't help me cause. Commit to memory on that last bend. That need to brake a little bit earlier than the braking point suggests. So it's going to be just over on about a 2:15 sort of lap. 2:12. Definitely not getting another lap in. The good thing about this track is that that's the ghost car behind me. Good thing about this track is it's the first bend. There isn't a race down to the first bend and then harsh on the brakes. There's a because you can go around that bend full pelt. Whereas the bend after you can't, so that could be where carnage starts. So this is the bend where I need to start braking a little bit earlier. Probably too early if I'm 100% honest there. But it's all good practice. Pair and match. Be interesting to see where I qualify on the time I put in. Fourth, I'm quite happy with that. Go on. Qualifying times aren't correct there. Probably going to be about third or second. Oh, second. That's cool. Right, come on, get me in the car. Let's go. Get drafting him straight away. Cocked it. My braking was way too late there. We've got it all to do now, and 2 laps to do it in. But got a bit of faith in my ability. Side by side. Yeah, he tried to outbrake me, failed miserably. Up into fourth. Yeah, he went in too fast there, the guy in fifth. So I don't think I'm going to come first. But got a chance of catching this guy. Went in deep on the brakes there. I didn't want to hit him and get my reputation down. I'm sure I'll be able to catch him. So there's my third place. Yeah, if I only hadn't made that mistake on that second bend, I think I'd have got first here. Oh, there's a car there. Oh no, there isn't. There's a shadow. Thought there was a car in the wall. Just not enough to come back and get the win, but after me disaster. But I only dropped one place, and you never know, one of them might have a time penalty, because you do get time penalties for cutting corners, etc. So I may have there's a time penalty there, so I'll have gone up a place, so I'll come second. So he's got a 2-second time penalty. Unless that's including the time penalty, I don't know. So another podium finish anyway for me. 3 races, 3 podiums. I've got to be happy with that. Yeah, race results are confirmed. That was his time penalty. Yeah, I wonder if he was... No, he wasn't first. So, there we have it. A nice third place. Disappointed that I know for a fact I could have got first there. Without a doubt. I could have easily have got first, but I didn't. Because of that stupid mistake. Trying to outbrake everybody in that, well, that one person in the second bend. Down to not watching out for me braking marker. But there we go. So that's Gran Turismo Sport. Look out for more videos on Gran Turismo Sport, especially online. I'm not going to cover too much on the arcades or the campaign, because I just don't think they offer enough variety. But at least the online racing is very varied, because you're driving against very different sort of abilities. So we'll do some more videos as and when I can. So thanks for watching, folks. I've been Andy Gamer Muzzer. This has been a quick review of GT Sport, and I love it, but I'm irritated by it. Would I suggest buying it? Yes. Try and get it cheaper though than its recommended retail. Unless you're a real car fan, then get it anyway. Get it without a doubt, because it drives beautiful, it looks beautiful, it sounds beautiful, and it plays amazingly well. So yeah, get it. So thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, leave any comments underneath, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the logo on the top left, and we'll see you in the next video. Taddy bye, folks.